What up, Dokkanners? We are going to be tackling two very difficult questions in today's video. Number one, should you summon on this banner? And number two, who should you pick up with your red coins? I think that there's going to be a lot of differing opinions on this one, so definitely check out the comments down below, see what other people have to say. If you are somebody who is on the fence about summoning, then definitely seeing different opinions will help maybe make you or help you make a more informed decision. That is ultimately the point. And I gotta say, when it comes to these videos, you guys are extremely helpful in the comments, so definitely check the comments down below. Feel free to provide your own thoughts on it. I'm going to be giving you my take. Some of you might be surprised, some of you might not, and then we will talk about the red coin situation. Now, this banner is a good banner. I know that there are 4 banner units, and that's weird, and it is also a 10 featured SSR banner, which is also weird, and there are 3 Dokkan Festival LRs, and the headliner is not. So it is a very unorthodox banner, but the banner is good. Goku Black Rose, new unit, decent. Blue Dudes, very good. Fusion Zamasu, very good. Trunks and Vegeta, very good. Gohan, I think is good. Now, maybe not very good on the same level as these guys, but this is a strong unit. Trunks, you could probably take it down a notch a little bit, so a little bit lesser. Featured Mai, this is a good unit for the Future Saga category, very restrictive in terms of other functions on other teams, but this is a good unit in the context of the Future Saga. You don't want to pull this one as your featured, but it's possible. T Zamasu will only get better with more super based enemy events like Blue Zone, which is coming out during 9-year. Trunks, an anti-Zamasu, anti-Goku Black force. This is a good unit for those types of red zones. Gosu, great support. All of these units are good in their own ways, more so the first half than the second, but these units are all good in their own respective ways. So there's no real dud. Well, actually there is, but there's no real dud like you would see on some other banners. So I do think that this banner is good and it has value. And above all, I think that while people will probably have a gripe with these 5 SSRs on the right down here, the simple fact that both worldwide download units are featured on one singular banner is a humongous boost to the banner's value. Because normally when these units come back, they come back on separate banners. We look at the JP banners for the 9-year anniversary. It's exactly my point. Beast Gohan has Blue Dudes. Broly has Tech Fusion Zamasu. And since we have already stated that Beast Gohan's the best unit in the game, everybody knows this, this is going to be the banner that you summon for, which means it's likely that the Tech Fusion Zamasu, Broly, and others will probably see less summons for people because they're focusing more so on Beast Gohan, which is the right thing to do, but it also stings for the Fusion Zamasu. So here, you are in one of those rare situations where you can benefit from both units being on the same banner, because if you get one, you can pick up the other with your red coins. So I do think that this is a good banner. Now, in terms of the entire landscape of global, there's so much saving that needs to be done in order to weather the storm that is coming up that you are just going to have to accept the fact that you're going to have to make cuts. You can't summon on every single banner unless you're a whale, and most of you are not whales, because why would you be? It's a lot of money, and it's not worth spending all that money. Goku Black being here does give us ample amount of time to save between now and 9-year. So if you are going to do some summons, the good news is there is a little bit of the buy 3 get 1 free deal going on. So for 150 Dragon Stones, you get 4 multis. For 300 Dragon Stones, you get 8 multis. I would say at most, outside of the free ticket summons, if you are going to summon, at most 1 or maybe 2 cycles are at most, I would say, a good idea, depending on your budget. If you are around 300 Dragon Stones or 400 Dragon Stones or less, I would say don't summon, which sucks, but you got to save up for the anniversary. But if you have more than that, then you could maybe throw on 1 cycle of summons. And if you've got maybe like 1,000, you could throw 2 if you want, because you have some tremendous upside here. These are the main 3 that you want, but I would say that these 2 are also among the top 5. That's what I think. So as far as summoning, don't go any further than 300 Dragon Stones if you have to summon. And also, there are Pilaf scam tickets. They are very expensive, but if you do buy them, I think it's for like $70 US total. You get box space, which is a whale thing. You get 7 tickets. You get up at most 77 tickets with a GSSR in there. I don't personally think that this is worth it, but if you are going to, then maybe this will be your way to summon without having to spend Dragon Stones. But again, that's a whale thing, that's a dolphin thing. Doesn't matter so much. You do have the free tickets though. You do have the 2 free tickets. Where is that? Actually, if we look here, won't it show under ticket? Yeah, it's right here. So you have the opportunity to do 2 5-unit multis with no GSSR. Some people have gotten very lucky and they managed to pull the unit from those tickets. If you do that, this whole conversation is moot. There's no point. So if you do that, then great. But at most, I would say 2 full cycles is enough. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree, disagree? I would love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. I think this is going to be a fun conversation. Now let's talk about who to pick up with red coins. The answer is either one of the worldwide download units. That is basically your only 2 options. There are no other units that you would want to be adding to your collection with red coins, because at this point, aside from the 2 worldwide download LRs, the only other one that I would think would come up would be the Super Saiyan 4 full power Goku that drops during Saiyan Day. Back during last year's November celebration, when we had the Super Saiyan 4 Goku first come back. Yeah. Thank you celebration right here, right? Early November. This is when the Super Saiyan 4 full power Goku first released. A lot of people were saying, okay, you know what? This is going to be the unit that I wait for by Saiyan Day. And that was back when we had no idea that worldwide download was going to show up during the March time slot, the February time slot. The worldwide download units are superior, but if you are anticipating heavy summons during the 9-year anniversary and you can stomach the wait, then you can forego having to pick them up with your red coins, wait another 5 months, and instead you could spend your red coins on the Super Saiyan 4 full power Goku that drops during Saiyan Day. If Saiyan Day ends up being a summon that you throw a few stones on, then after picking up the unit or units with your red coins on the Goku Black banner, you could make some of it back by summoning on the Saiyan Day banner. It's really just one or the other. If you're gonna pick up the Goku with the coins, don't summon on Saiyan Day. If you're gonna pick up the worldwide download units here, don't summon on the banner. Instead, if you're gonna throw something on Saiyan Day, that works too. And then just save. Skip Golden Week, skip pre-9-year, skip everything else, and just wait for the 9-year anniversary, and then potentially a Tanabata Trap celebration in between, and then worldwide download, and then 5 months later, 10-year anniversary. Now, between the 2 worldwide download LRs, if you have to choose one, which one do you choose? I think the Tech Fusion Zamasu is the better choice for a few reasons. Again, these are my opinions. Number 1, I feel that this unit with 1 copy is far more consistent than this unit with 1 copy. This unit does suffer from a little bit of RNG reliance because you lose guard after 4 turns. You have a high chance to dodge in slot 1, but with only 1 copy, there's only so much more dodge that you can add onto the unit to make them a more consistent slot 1 defender. Also, when you lose the guard, the stats are going to matter. And if you don't have a lot of stats to begin with, being a 55%, that will also affect you potentially negatively. So I feel like this unit does require more copies to be more consistent and to be better. This is still a good unit, but I think the Fusion Zamasu functions better even with 1 copy because you've got damage reduction upon damage reduction. You've got nice crit. You've got the Infinity Zamasu domain, which helps everybody. This unit as a 55% could become your domain, who is then invincible. So you eliminate the weakness of being 55%. So I think that this unit is better. And then also when you consider the 9-year anniversary, the blue dudes will be featured on the banner that most people are summoning for, Beast Gohan. So when you're trying to pursue the Beast, you will probably pull Spirit Bomb GT, Blue Dudes, and the Universe 7 LR EZAs along the way, whereas the Broly will probably suffer as a result. Broly is also really, really good, and Broly is the go-to super boss, but if you have to choose one or the other, most people are going to choose the Beast Gohan, which means you will probably see less summons on this, which means less opportunities to pull the Fusion Zamasu. Therefore, if you pick up the Fusion Zamasu now, you will probably get more out of the Fusion Zamasu unit in general. Hope that makes sense. I feel like that's a pretty airtight argument in favor of the Fusion Zamasu, but hey, everyone's got their own differing opinions. You probably have different teams that you want to run. Maybe you're more so of a superclass team. If you want to bring more fused fighters, if you want to have more Future Saga superclass units, this would be the way to go. You have 5 extra months to enjoy these units. This is not something that Global typically gets. We have to wait a year. They have given us the gift of letting us enjoy these units for 5 extra months. So either way, you're not making a bad decision. I'm just trying to give you a little bit more I'm trying to commit. I'm trying to give you guys a definitive answer while not doing so, because I know some people just like to know, all right, what do I do? So my opinion, don't go further than 300 if you're a dolphin. If you have less than 300 stones or 400 stones, do not summon at all. This is a good banner. If you are going to pick up a unit with red coins, go for the Tech Fusion Zamasu, because of course, go for the unit that you have the least amount of copies of. If you have one, pick up the other. If you have both, don't worry about it at all. But if you are going to pick up one of them, pick the Fusion Zamasu, because he is featured on a banner that might see less summons from you, because the 9-year anniversary is going to be so jam-packed. There are 4 freaking banners, for crying out loud. You're going to have to make some choices, right? Beast Gohan's number 1, Broly's number 2, Gogeta's number 3. Gammas are really good too. I mean, this is a whole separate conversation. We'll save that for another time, but those are my thoughts, and I'm gonna leave it at that. If I go any further, I'm just gonna keep wishy-washing and going back and forth, and that's just gonna drive me crazy. Anyway, I'm done. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on this discussion. Is this banner good? Should you summon on the banner? If you did, what did you pull? Did you manage to pull the Goku Black Rose with the free tickets? What are your thoughts on the Fusion Zamasu versus Blue Dudes debate? Which one is the better red coin pickup? Do you guys agree with anything that I had to say? Disagree? Let me know anything else that I missed or your own thoughts in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know I'm going to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly.